Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, let's do a walk around and tour of the 2023 Ram 1500 Rebel. The Ram Rebel is going to be your off-road capable pickup truck that does come standard with a lot of goodies. This one here does come with a good amount of options, and they include your level 1 equipment group, which is basically going to be mounted to some convenience features, and they include your heated steering wheel, your heated seats, as well as your power mirrors. You also do have your Ram box, which I'll show you guys in a moment. That's basically their version of a cargo management system. This one here also does have 33-inch tires from the get-go, as well as the Hemi e-torque engine under the hood, which basically is a mild hybrid. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on the key, it's going to be your traditional Ram key fob, and it does look really nice. You have all your buttons right here. You're going to have your lock, unlock, and your panic alarm button down at the bottom. These two keys here are specifically going to be for your Ram box, and then this one here is going to be for your valet. Starting things off here in the front of the vehicle, though, as you can see, you do have a really nice looking front end here, and I like how it's completely blacked out, not leaving anything behind, and of course you have your Ram badge right there. And like I mentioned, you do have those hood scoops, which of course is going to allow cooler air to go inside of the engine to keep the engine running at a cooler temperature as you're going down the road. And of course you have a bigger one up here, which I'll show you guys more in detail in just a moment. You also do have, as we pan out here, your black recovery hooks at the bottom. And with that said, you do also have your LED daytime running lights with xenon projector headlamps, as well as fog lamps down below. Coming over to the wheels and tires, as I said, these come with 33 standard, and this one in particular is on a set of Goodyear Wrangler tires. This is on a 18-inch wheel measuring 275/70 R18s all the way around. And then here's a look at that bigger hood scoop that I was talking to you guys about. As you can see, it does say 1500 Hemi e-torque. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Bright White Clearcoat, with the black leather interior with red accenting across the doors as well as the dash. Coming over to the door panels, you can see you're going to have some soft molded injection plastic on top of here. However, you do have some softer material down here, which is nice. You have this carbon fiber piece right here to let you know you have the Rebel trim level. You have an aluminum door handle. You're going to have your power mirror controls, power windows, and your power locks. You have a good size storage pocket down here, as well as one over here, followed by an area for 2 cup holders. You also have this very nice white and red stitching coming along the side here, which does give it a nice touch, and it does extend all the way out to here as well. Along with a smart key access system, this vehicle does come standard with push button ignition. By having the key fob in your pocket or within the vehicle itself, just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The Ram Rebel does come standard with a fully leather-wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. Left is going to have your controls for the instrument cluster, your hands-free telephone, and voice controls are going to be right over here. To the right, you're going to have your cruise control settings, followed by your gear limit buttons down here at the bottom. Taking a look here, we're looking at a fully digital instrument cluster, which was introduced back in 2023. And as you can see, it's going to show a picture of your map, which is on the inside there, and it looks really cool. On top, you have your current speed as well as your current time. At the bottom, you're going to have your tachometer. To the left, you have your coolant temperature. To the right, you're going to have your fuel range as well as your fuel meter, as you can see there. And then to the very bottom there, as you can see, right next to those two things, you're going to have your gear selector as well as this vehicle's current odometer reading. We can cycle through a couple different things here on this screen via the steering wheel, so we can change it up a little bit. And as you can see, you're going to get your navigation, off-road information, trailer tow, audio, messages, as well as settings. Back to your speedometer, vehicle information, which includes your fuel economy, coolant temperature, your transmission temperature and your battery voltage, oil life, oil temperature and oil pressure, your tire pressure monitoring system, your stop-start information, as well as your engine hours. You also have your trip A, as well as your trip B information. And then we go back to our navigation system. Come over here, we're taking a look at a 12-inch infotainment screen, and it does look really nice. This is running on the Uconnect 5 operating system, which is very, very cool to see. And this was the first year of that new system, as you can tell. One of the first things you notice here is that how much real estate it takes up on the dash, which is really, really cool to see. And as you can tell, you're going to have not just your physical buttons on both sides as well as down here, but you also have your buttons within this as well. So starting things off here, we are going to go over a few things. You're going to have some top buttons here, side buttons, as well as down here at the bottom. You're going to have your sources here, which is going to bring us to our audio system. You have FM radio, you have Sirius XM, you have Bluetooth audio, you have USB 1, auxiliary cable, your Amazon Alexa, as well as AM radio. You have your Sirius XM, as you can see, it's going to show what's playing on there, of course. You can do your seek and track over here. You can change the channels, type in a particular channel that you want, as well as related channels to whatever it is that you're listening to. You have your Bluetooth audio, of course, which is going to allow you to come over to your device manager there. And as you can see, same thing here, of course, for your AM and FM radios, and the show what's playing on there. Seek track, you can change the station manually there. All your presets for your audio system are going to be down here. And then your sub menus will be down at the bottom, which is pretty nice to see. Come over to our browse area. You can change and select your different stations, as you can see. And then you have audio settings, which is going to allow you to adjust the audio settings on certain functions, such as your phone calls, media, as well as navigation. You also have surround sound. You can turn that on or off, and as you can see, it's going to show where the sound's going to be coming from. You have audio settings where you can adjust your bass, your bass, mid-range, and treble, as well as your balance and fade. And then your autoplay, of course, as you can see there, as well as your auto on radio. Coming down here, we're going to start off with your comfort, which is literally the first thing at the bottom here. That's going to be where you can adjust your climate control settings here. You have your heated seats for the front and front passenger, heated steering wheel, temperatures you can adjust by doing this. There you go. You have AC controls here to turn the AC on or off, front and rear defrost, max AC, and then your fan speed is down here, followed by your recycling, and you can also sync the temperatures to be the same. Media is where we started off with before. Come over here to your navigation system. This is going to be a newer navigation screen which was introduced for the 2023 model year, and as you can see, it does look really, really nice. Again, it's on the Uconnect 5 system, so a ways different versus the Uconnect 4. You have your 3D map option here, voice, as well as your navigation menu down here at the bottom, and you can search for destinations here on top. Come over to your phone. You can pair a phone to the vehicle, or you can pair it to a device that's already within the vehicle, and of course it's going to allow you to either make one of these your primary Bluetooth device, listen to Bluetooth audio, and of course you can have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto as far as your projection is concerned. You can add a device down at the bottom here, as you can see, do not disturb, or you can have up to 2 active phones at one time. Come over to your home page. This is where you'll be seeing pretty much where you'll be starting off. If you go to your home page, you're going to have navigation on top, audio right here, as well as your phone. Come over to the vehicle. As you can see, you do have controls here for things such as controls themselves, your dashboard, as well as your settings. Your dashboard here is going to show your off-road pages, so if you're someone who likes to go off-roading, this is going to be really, really cool to see. You have your steering angle, as well as your transfer case and rear axle locker. It's going to give you your latitude and longitude information, as well as your altitude. You have your accessory gauges right here, as you can see, as well as your pitch and roll information. Come over to your controls. You have your mirror dimmer as well as your rear view camera. And then your settings here for the vehicle is going to be a comprehensive list of things that you can enable, disable, change it, make it your own. And you have several things here, from your display to my profile, safety and driving assistance, clock and date, phone and Bluetooth, voice, navigation, and you have more down here, such as your trailer, camera, mirrors and wipers, lights, brakes, doors and locks, key off options, audio, notifications, Sirius XM setup, software updates, system information, as well as your factory reset at the bottom. So let's say, for example, I'm not going to go through all of them because that would take up a lot of time with the video. Let's say we want to start off with your display. It's going to show your display mode. You can set the theme, your units, your theme mode if you want, touchscreen beep. You can set up your category bar labels, fuel stable display in cluster, navigation turn by turn displayed in cluster, phone pop-ups displayed in cluster. Going on to your safety and driving assistance, it's going to show some of your safety features that come with the vehicle, which includes your automatic emergency braking, hill start assist, as well as your tire fill assist. This right here is where you can adjust your clock and date and the format. Phone and Bluetooth, as you can see there, for things such as your device manager. Do not disturb. Enable 2 active phones as we discussed, as well as your phone pop-ups displayed in cluster. Navigation settings, as you can see here. Show, map view, routing, sounds and alerts, as well as other. And then you have stuff for your camera, your trailer, mirrors and wipers, your lights, as you can see there, brakes, doors and locks, audio system, as well as notifications. And then everything else on here is going to be towards either your Sirius XM or your operating system information. And then last but not least, we go into apps, which is where you can check on your favorites. As you can see, these are going to be your favorite apps that are saved to the vehicle, which includes your tutorials, off-road pages, Amazon Alexa, device manager, as well as Android Auto. And then you have all of them, which of course pertains to different categories here. So your media, you're going to have things such as your AM radio, Bluetooth, FM radio, media, Sirius XM, USB 1 and USB 2. Comfort is going to be for things such as your driver heating and passenger heating, your driver, as well as passenger heated seats, heated steering wheel, navigation, your phone, vehicle, as you can see there, system, and then other. It's overall pretty explanatory once you spend some time with it, and overall it's pretty cool to see. And so that's it, guys. That's going to conclude the overall infotainment system tour here in the 2023 Ram 1500 Rebel. Now, like I said, you have some physical buttons to the sides here pertaining to your climate control, so you can adjust your temperatures here as well as here, different modes, fan speed, auto AC, AC controls, recycling, front and rear defrost. You do have a volume knob here as well as a tuning knob. You have a button here to mute the audio system as well as to turn the screen off. Coming down below, you have your trailer brake controller. You do have your traction control off switch, as well as your tow haul mode. To the left, you're going to have your 8-speed automatic transmission, different modes here for 4-wheel drive, auto stop system, you can turn on or off. This is going to be for your axle lock. Not entirely sure what this is for, but I believe this is either going to be for your brake hold or something of that nature. Coming down here, you do have an area where you can put your device. It's not a wireless charging pad. You'll have to upgrade to the Rebel Level 2 equipment group to at least get that. However, you do have 2 USB-Cs and 2 USBs where you can charge your device, as well as an aux jack. You have 2 cup holders here, a little bit of storage space right there. Come over to your glove compartment here. You have a top portion with a good amount of storage space, and then you have a bottom portion here with even more storage space, as you can see. The Ram Rebel, of course, is going to be one of those vehicles that you're going to be getting very comfortable in because you do have very good leather material. As you can see, up here is going to be your genuine leather, as well as coming over to the sides. You have perforations coming down here that's going to give you a much more comfortable experience. And of course, it's breathable fabric. Overall, the seat presentation looks really, really good. I like the stitching, and overall, I just like the way that it's finished. You also have Rebel, as you can see on this side, to let you know what model you're in. Come over to your glove box. It is dampened, and you have a good amount of storage space inside. You have an upper portion up here with a decent amount of storage as well, and it does say Rebel over there. You do have your mirror here. You do have controls for your overhead lights, as well as for your rear quarter window here, as your assist, as well as SOS for your roadside assistance. You do have a sunglass holder right there. You have a 3 garage home link right here. You have a visor with a mirror as well as lighting. Coming over here to the left, you're going to have your headlight controls, gauge dimmer switches, electronic parking brake, as well as your pedal adjuster right next to it. With that being said, let's go ahead and continue the tour of the 2023 Ram 1500 Rebel. Coming into the back of the vehicle, materials do fall through in this one, and as you can see, it looks really, really nice. You do have 2 seat pockets, one on this side and one on that side. You have 2 cup holders here, little storage area in the middle, your air vents on either side. And then you have a padded armrest with 2 cup holders. You have your capless fuel filler right here, as well as an illustration of how to use it. You do have your RAM box right here, which is really cool because this is a cargo management system. You can either use a key to open it or just push this button. And as you can see, you have a good amount of storage space you can put stuff in as well. Or you can even use it as a cooler, which is pretty cool. You even have a 400-watt outlet inside. Pretty nice to see. Coming to the rear, this vehicle does have LED taillights in the back and does look really nice. You have rims both out across here, followed by your Rebel and 4x4. You have your dual exhaust tips, a tow hitch. This vehicle can tow upwards of 11,300 pounds when properly equipped. And you do have a tonneau cover right on top of here. You have a soft opening tailgate, no spray and bed liner or anything like that. And as you can see, for the miles that this one has and for the age that this one has, it's really exceptionally clean in here. Under the hood of the Ram 1500 Rebel, we are taking a look at Ram's 5.7-liter Hemi V8 engine with e-torque. E-torque is essentially a mild hybrid system that's going to help you to save fuel economy and get better gas mileage. With that being said, it's still rated at 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy for this vehicle comes in at around 17 city, 22 highway, and about 19 combined on regular unleaded fuel, although it is recommended to use premium for best performance. All right, everyone, so sitting back in the Ram 1500 Rebel, it is a wonderful place to spend time if you're in the market for a truck that's going to be off-road capable, off-road ready, and gives it a little bit of uniqueness while doing so as far as the tech and everything is concerned on the inside. Now, with that being said, the Rebel's still around today, but of course is no longer going to have the Hemi V8 anymore. That of course is in place is the new Hurricane Inline 6. But needless to say though, I like the change that they did in 2023, especially with the new operating system here, the Uconnect 5. As you can tell, I personally think it's a bit better than Uconnect 4, but others will have their own choice to make when it comes on to whether they like Uconnect 4 or Uconnect 5. With that being said, overall it's a pretty unique truck and I'm glad I got a chance to check this one out. With that said, everyone, that's going to wrap it up here for the walk around and tour of the 2023 Ram 1500 Rebel, finished off in bright white clear coat with the black and red interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.